Hey guys, such a warmonger here, and you're watching 3 vs 3 Kingdom of Heaven. This is an attackers versus defenders scenario, player versus player. Spawning in the southeast, we've got such a warmonger in blue, playing as the Saracens, that's myself. Kebabierdu in green, playing as the Turks. And Pendragon in cyan, playing as the Berbers. It looks like Pendragon has already spawned or deployed his supply wagon pretty close to where I am. So, and Kebabierdu looks like he's trying to move a little further north. Oh no, he killed his units. Well, you know, you gotta be careful when you deploy your supply wagon. If there's any units here, they will get stuck inside the tent. Looks like there's a super base set up here, which is not what I thought we would do, and not what I necessarily wanted. But we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about the defenders. Over on the defender side, we got Tactical Doll TMP in gray, playing as the Italians. Jebbeto in orange, playing as the Britons. And No in red, playing as the Teutons. So we've got a classic Ayabids attackers versus Crusader defender scenario. Now, what I was hoping that we would do in the planning phase, because we're all on Discord, was that we would spread out and have a general front. So hopefully I would like to be like here, and someone like goes here, and then like another person goes like here. That is what I was hoping that we would set up. Now, the person that is here is the most vulnerable, you have to admit, because the gate leading to the Mount of Olives is right here. There's the Golden Gate. And there's like a production buildings already set up right here. So there is a potential for this person to have a hard time. He needs to be able to build his barracks right away. But that's not what happened this game. What happened this game is we are all relatively close together in terms of deploying our bases. And we're setting up camp. We're trying to set up defensive buildings. The first order of business as an attacker is to try to make units to defend your camp. Because the defenders will be able to sally forth and sally out and attack you relatively quickly, because all of their unit building unit training structures are already on the map. So barracks and archery ranges, there's a stack. They're stacked. So there's actually 6 here. For each barracks and archery range, and then like the most powerful units can be already trained over here. The second most powerful units are all the way on the other side of the map, but they've already got a big production facility right here. So what you gotta do is make sure you defend yourself. Now, Kebabierdu did decide to go Turks, which does have infantry, but they're weak infantry. They're like just the classic swordsman and spearmen. They're more cavalry-based civ, so you gotta be careful and not throw away your cavalry as the Turks. I did warn Kebabierdu about that, and he seemed to be okay with it. As the Berbers, your infantry is even weaker. And that's what Pendragon is playing. But the different thing about the Berbers is they have horse skirmishers, and these guys are extremely strong. Here's the weak infantry that I was talking about. Here's the Ajnad swordsmen. They're faster but weaker, and they take half population, so that's good for them. Just like the Obuks or the peasant on the defender's side. So if you have a Teuton player, let's see if what the Teuton player is. It's No in red. So let's see if he made any peasants. I don't see any peasants here. But if he did make peasants, they would look like an Obuk. And they only have 2 attack damage, but they do tear armor away. They have a slower attack speed too. These guys are weaker. So the peasants on the defender side are half population, and these guys are half population. They're just weaker infantry. So how would the Berbers survive having such weak infantry and spearmen? Well, these guys, the horse skirmishers, when they attack, they actually have armor tearing damage, just like an obuk. So they're basically ranged obuks. Now you gotta be careful, because when you double click, you will actually, and I can't fix this, you'll actually include like camel archers and horse archers in your group, so they won't be as nimble. You kind of have to control click these guys away, because camel archers are like the slowest cavalry in the game, so you don't want these guys mixed in with your camel archers. Now, Capture Age is smart enough to know how to double click the same unit type, but in game, for some reason, it's kind of dumber. I think someone explained to me that when you double click in game, in Age of Empires, it bases it on the voice, which is pretty dumb. I think you should just be able to double click and all of the units of the exact same unit should be double clicked. But that's not the case in game. That's why we have these issues. That's why Pendragon might notice that when he moves around with this group, that the camel archer, that they're just not moving as fast as he would want. You see how slow they are? It's because he's got camel archers in the game. So I didn't realize this was happening. I probably could have helped him. Probably could have explained it to him. But I didn't know that was happening. I was focused on setting up my own defenses. You can see that you can't build on the edges of the map, so you have to make sure that your camp is completely enclosed, completely surrounded. If I were Pendragon, and if I were Kebabierdu, I would think this one layer of gates, it wouldn't be enough because this is still vulnerable. I would still either completely wall this off right here and leave one gate here. Something like that. Now, Kebabierdu's supply depot is extremely exposed, which is unfortunate. You got Pendragon moving now, and he finally does keep the camel archers out. Oh, wait, no, they're still part of the group, so... that's unfortunate. So look how slowly these guys are moving. Anyway, as I was saying, as an attacker, your supply depots are extremely important. But enough of that. Let's look in game for the rest of the game, because it is nighttime. So this game has nighttime. At nighttime, you cannot see your allies, and on top of that, the vision of your units is significantly reduced. So look, these guys can hardly see anything. And let's look at what jebbeto. The only thing that can see relatively well at night are like the generals. So this guy can see well. So like tactical dolls, general can see pretty well. And no, his general can see pretty well. If a British player decides to make any Hashashin Fidai, they can see at night as well. And the Hashashin Fidai are trained in the Syrian exchange, but it doesn't look like jebbeto is training any Hashashin Fidai. But that's not a problem, because this position is relatively defensible. You got No already harassing some troops. So this is very smart. So what No is doing is every ranged unit has the attack ground capability. And unlike regular Age of Empires, any missed shots, anything the projectile hits will affect. Man, Kebabierdu is really getting messed up here. Anything a projectile hits will get affected. So even if, let's say, No is attacking this guy, or attack grounding here, any missed shots that happen to hit this guy will also damage this guy. Which is just basically like, it's realistic, right? It's just normal. So he's using the general as a spotter at night to harass, basically. Another thing to note is that oh wait, we got a engagement coming up. Let's see what from the perspective of jebbeto. So jebbeto has a big group of my god, like 2 groups of spearmen right here. I was not expecting this as a player. So we've got a night battle over here. You got a bunch of Ajnad, which are not the best in this open field combat. I mean, actually, they do fairly well in open field combat, but they are faster. They can run away pretty easily. I realized that jebbeto sealed this area. This is such a good move, by the way, from the defenders. Because they're... Oh, okay. Pendragon is trying to push through. Anyway, these guys are gonna die. Because these Ajnad... Oh my god. Woohoo! That was a lot of Ajnad swordsmen just massacred. In more open areas, the Ajnad will win eventually against these spearmen. And by open areas, I mean if they can like surround them and reach like a good point. But in choke points like over here and over here, the spearmen really do well because of their one range. Each spearman has one range. But smartly, Pendragon was able to slip through at night because they can't see this is happening. So that's very interesting. I actually really like that from Pendragon did a really good move here. Now he didn't know that there were vills right there, so woo, that would have been a very juicy target. Like all of jebbeto's vills are right there. No was able to destroy this gate. From the point of view of No, he is seeing these trebuchets targeting things. Now, just a little tip for the attackers. See, now No is trying to kill this. Let's see if Kebabierdu is actually able to see who's attacking. No, he's using attack ground. So yeah, attack ground is very useful at nighttime, fellas. There may be ladies, who knows. Because you don't reveal your position. Oh wow, there's a big engagement coming in. So when you attack ground, instead, if you right click, you reveal yourself to the enemy. But if you attack ground, you don't. That's a really good tip. Oh my gosh, here we go. There's a big battle. Now he seems to be going straight for the trebuchets, so he's actually going to lose a lot of men. Oh no, he's starting to fight. Now this is an engagement that the Ajnad swordsman could do well in, because he's got a good spread. And just look at that. So the way to use Berbers is to tie down whatever melee units the enemy has, and then use your horde skirmishers to clean up. So this is a nighttime battle. Jebbeto was hoping to hit the enemy. Instead, he just lost a lot of units. He did a pretty good KD though. That's why his he only lost 1%. And you got No with his sergeants attempting to push forward. These sergeants will slaughter these spearmen and these swordsmen. Oh, they shouldn't open this. They shouldn't open this. That's dangerous. Oh my god. Oh my god, please don't go inside. So No, taking the fight, which is the right move. So he's actually gonna take attacker morale down if he kills enough in a short amount of time. So just watch the morale, because the morale is affected by your kill-death ratio. And he keeps opening this gate, which is gonna maybe allow... Oh, but he saves it. He saves the day with cavalry. So sergeants are vulnerable to cavalry. It's almost daytime. If I haven't mentioned it before, which I don't think I did, 1 hour in the game is 1 minute in real life, and there's a 24-hour time cycle, so 24-hour day. So nighttime comes at 9 p.m. and dawn comes at 5 a.m. So it's almost dawn. It's about under 1 minute left to dawn. So No has finally lost all his sergeants. He should probably pull these crossbowmen back. But I do believe he took out both. Oh, no, no, no. He evacuated the trebuchets. Good for him. So, a tip for Pendragon. If he's watching. Or even the Kebabierdu. It is possible for the trebuchets to not reveal their position by using attack ground. By the way, it's daytime. So now you can see all your allies. So if you use attack ground, so you see how these trebuchets keep revealing themselves occasionally? If you use attack ground, then you will you won't reveal your position the way Kebabierdu is revealing his trebuchets. So you can attack ground right here where my cursor is. If you attack ground right here, you will hit this tower and do the same amount of damage to it. I believe it's daytime, so I kind of at this point really didn't care too much because I am attacking this tower right here. At nighttime, I wasn't afraid of hitting this tower, but that day I probably should have used attack ground. It doesn't matter. These trebuchets are pretty far away. They have 45 range. I feel like they're pretty safe even if I do reveal positions. Now we got Kebabierdu scouting a little. See what he can do. He is taking damage though, so that's unfortunate. These horse archers are attacking the tower. They're not attacking the villagers, they're attacking the tower. Or if they are trying to attack the tower, they're not hitting these villagers. And the reason why they're not hitting these villagers is that when a projectile hits anything, it is affected by that thing. So these villagers are right behind these two buildings. It's the wall and the fortified tower. So they're not gonna hit it because they're gonna hit the wall and the tower. So these guys are in cover. Now he's losing a lot of horse archers, unfortunately. How many did he lose already? Just a couple. He's slowly losing them unnecessarily from this tower. Trying his best to hit these repair guys, but it's not doing well. And now Tactical Doll is coming in to counter. Now he's gonna really lose a lot of these guys, unfortunately. Because they only have 30 HP. There it is. That's another hit. And so, if you look at this, you don't want to hit 7,500 food as an attacker. You want to either give it away, which I asked Pendragon and Kebabierdu if they were good on food, and they said they were, but I guess they weren't. I could have given my food instead of like attacking for no reason, to be honest. Because if we look at the population, they weren't at full pop, and I was. So what I was hoping to do as an attacker is be at full population and then attack at dawn on a wide front. So this is actually a pretty massive attack, to be honest. It's a great losses general. I don't even know where the general was. This is a pretty big battle, guys. So Ajnat coming in. This is a pretty good engagement for the Ajnat, to be honest. They are going to lose a lot, but they are going to kill these spearmen. So this is a good use of Ajnad, because these spearmen are not in a choke point. They're going to be able to wipe these guys out. I mean, they are weaker. They have lower HP, but they will do better than spearmen in relatively open ground. And this is open ground. And this attack is doing pretty well, actually. So we captured, the attackers captured this little corner tower. And now they're looking to capture this cluster of the tanners. And it is captured. So now the defenders are slowly losing some morale. They're defending their really important points over here, like the Al-Aqsa Mosque and Dome of the Rock. But they're losing these smaller points that lead into the city. And the defenders have to be careful, because if this gate is open or captured, then like if there were cavalry positioned in that area, the cavalry could come in as well. So we got some vicious street fighting going on. Because there's Kasaki mixed in, I believe that the blue units are gonna do better. I do see a Hospitaller Knight though, so that could turn the tide. And also a Templar Knight, but he's surrounded by spearmen and immediately just speared up. But now we have a pretty good arc right over here from Tactical Doll with a mix of sergeants and swordsmen. Now these sergeants are good, especially against medium infantry. So if they start getting hit, they act like oboks. So they take armor away, which allows regular units like men-at-arms to do damage. So it's the same effect as these peasants. We finally see No making the peasants. Now these guys are good at taking out armor of the Kasaki, but they're weaker. Look at this, Kasaki has like no more armor. He's at 0 armor, so anything that hits him will take full damage. So that's the use of peasants. You don't want to make an army full of peasants because look at their attack, it's only 2. So even if you take all the armor away, they can only do 2 damage if it's just pure peasants. You want to mix them in with swordsmen and spearmen if you want a cheap army. Now Kebabierdu is just running around. He's trying to hit the tower with these Turkomen, which is actually not a bad thing. Unfortunately, he's in the line of fire of his own archers. So any archers that are... Oh, wait, the archers are trying to fight back. If the archers were targeting this tower, they would be killing their own Turkomens. I actually do think that happened. So anything that a projectile hits affects that target. So you can kill your own men and you can kill enemy units as well. You can kill your own men and you can kill your allies' men. So finally, we worked on that tower. It's finally down. There's only almost half the time is up. So this whole game is only 45 minutes long, and that's like 45 real-life minutes. Oh, these peasants. They're only doing 2 damage against this Kasaki. But once this guy comes in, if he comes in, he's gonna like massacre this Kasaki. But this guy can actually kill these peasants. No problem. But the Bastion of Al-Aqsa is actually starting to really get threatened now. And get targeted down because that attack kind of just wiped out the villagers. And you may have seen that all of these... Oh boy. All of these horse archers from Kebabierdu got slaughtered because they were trying to have a ranged battle against Pavese crossbowmen. Now, if you remember, in history, the Genoese Pavese crossbowmen walk around with large shields. And what that does is that lets them shoot their crossbows and then like fall back behind their shields and like reload their crossbow. And so to simulate that, I made it so that these Pavese crossbowmen act like Shivamsha riders and can block 20 ranged attacks. That's a significant amount of ranged attacks that they can do, that they can block. Now, any unit with a shield that you see, save for any unit with a Lancer that has a shield. So any unit with a shield can block a certain number of attacks. So these swordsmen, even though they're the weakest units, each one can block at least 1 range attack. The Sarges that you saw earlier can block 3 ranged attacks. On and on and on and on. Like these knights can block 3 ranged attacks, so you can see that there. So he's pretty good. Because if you think about the history, oh by the way, this finally went down. If you think about the history of these knights, they are heavily armored, and there are accounts of knights coming back looking like porcupines, just from the amount of arrows that have stuck to their armor, and they still survived, and they still fought. Now these Hospitaller Knights do not carry shields, so they cannot block ranged attacks. Kebabierdu is coming in with a bunch of swordsmen, which aren't really going to do anything, especially in a small choke point like this, with spearmen. And especially with even just 1 Imperial Knight can make a huge difference, because look at his armor, it's 4. And the swordsman attack is 5, so he's only doing 1 damage for each hit. So these guys can do very well when being sent in. Now, Pendragon is trying to come in and push in and use his siege towers to come in, but he just doesn't have enough infantry to capture this gate. So the way it works is all of the outer defenses can be captured if you have 15 infantry in the same capture point without any enemy military unit in the same zone, in the same capture point. Now he just doesn't have enough, so he doesn't have 15 infantry, but so it wasn't captured. Thankfully, the blue player, which is me, I got a ping from Pendragon to try to capture the gate for him, so I'm on my way there. So this is still really well defended from the defenders. This is a very hard point to attack, to be honest, because you one of the strategies to help attack this place is to take down all of the towers, and once all the towers are gone, then your ranged units like archers will automatically target enemy units instead of the towers. Obviously a counter to this is repairing the towers, and a hard counter to this is Tactical Doll using these Pavese crossbowmen to defend the area. Because Kebabierdu, if we look at his kill-death ratio, it's probably terrible. And it is. It's about 1/3, 1 KD. So that's really mostly because he sent a whole bunch of, oh no, he's sending these swordsmen in to die as well. That's mostly because he sent weak swordsmen into this choke point without a plan. And he had like horse archers here trying to fight these Pavese crossbowmen. So this wasn't going well at all. Now Turks are very hard to, I mean, the Turkish advantage is their cavalry. And if you want to take advantage, oh, by the way, I did capture this gate for him. I captured this gate for Pendragon. Now he's running around the city trying to harass the enemy, and this is effective. I think he got the idea that without the camel archers, they move faster. He's a little bit surrounded, but he does see a group of juicy targets here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, he's getting trapped, he's getting trapped! Oh my god. He lost a lot of skirmishers there. That's unfortunate. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. There's just a lot going on. Now he's only got 18. And these guys are chasing him. Now, the way you use crossbowmen, and I put this in a previous video, is... Oh, he's actually attack grounding over here. That's a mistake. Got a nice little battle here between Pavese crossbowmen and horse skirmishers. Got Kebabierdu finally catching some Pavese crossbowmen out of place, out of position. Now they do still have, let's see. I believe they have a minimum range. Oh no, 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 no! There is a grade from Jebbeto. Now remember when I said green supply depot looks like it's exposed, and Jebbeto was able to take advantage of that and destroy it. Oh, that's unfortunate. There's just too much going on, guys. There's just too much going on. I mean, Tactical Doll TMP is recapturing towers, and now they've recaptured all of these southern towers. It doesn't look good. Oh my god. Kebabierdu losing a whole bunch of horse archers for nothing. Oh, that's a slaughter. Oh. And now he's coming in with even more cavalry, and these are all spearmen. Technically, he can win this fight, but it's not going to be cost effective. Oh no. His Faruk Shah is there too. His general is here as well. I don't know what the objective is here, to be honest. There's a big engagement here from Jebbeto, raiding even more barracks, which is super annoying. I don't know what this plan is. What's the plan? Oh my god. He just... Okay, at least their general made it out alive. Attackers are at 59% morale. Now we've got an engagement from No. I can't even explain anything. There's just too much going on. No, let's see. He's got a lot of knights here, but Saladin is part of this group. I think these knights are dead. Meanwhile, in the city, we've got a group of infantry coming in. Oh, doesn't look like that's gonna be a good attack. These knights are expensive, so they're... You don't want to be losing your cavalry, but maybe No was trying to... I don't know, actually. Free up some... from space or something? Let's look at his food. He has a good amount of food. Oh boy. And it's nighttime, guys. It's nighttime. Oh boy. Now we've got these guys might be on stand ground, actually. I am pushing in. So No does see that there's a whole bunch of people trying to enter. He's got his crossbowmen ready though. What I was trying to say earlier, like way earlier, was crossbowmen have a lower firing arc, a straighter line, and their bolts move faster. So, in a street fight, you want to be fighting in intersections, like the center of the intersection. Let's look over here. Nothing happening here, so this is the main action right here. So nobody can see that there's like a big flank coming up here. And with this many spearmen, I don't know who's gonna win this battle, but this is a lot of Kasaki, which are the elite troops. No, wisely pulling his crossbowmen out because they do have minimum range and they need to be supported. It looks like the Teutonic Knights, the Hospitaller Knights, are making a huge difference in this battle and like massacring these spearmen. Tactical Udal is sealing it over here, but now there's a fight. There's a fight for the Dome of the Rock. If he wants to take this, Pendragon can't capture these gates with cavalry. He should actually commit these guys into the battle. So maybe he's looking for the crossbowmen. He does know they're there. This is a good move from Pendragon. You should know that all of these range units have minimum range, but I don't know if they're in stand ground for some reason. Oh no. That was unfortunate. Or maybe he lost them. He couldn't find them. So that's the tricky part about nighttime. So this is what Pendragon can see. Oh man. Okay. And now there's here comes Jebbeto with the flank. Once again, taking advantage of destroying these gates and coming in from the rear, killing a whole bunch of barracks. But the battle for the Dome of the Rock is going pretty well. Pendragon not committing his lancers though. I guess he figures there's just too many infantry here. Like he can't see what's going on. Maybe he's really trying to target, and then he sees them. He sees them. The Pendragon. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the crossbowmen. He's trying to find them, and he finally finds them. But there are a few spearmen mixed in. So, and this is mostly light cavalry. So. I guess he's just pulling out. He's cutting his losses. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is chaotic, guys. It's chaotic. My god. I mean, we still do control this gate. Kebabierdu supply wagon has finally respawned. He's at 0% morale, food. Which, if you're, oh, I'm trying to catch these guys. If you're at 0 food as an attacker, you actually start starving. Actually, even as a defender. Anybody with 0 food will start losing morale for their side. So you have to make sure you're not at 0 food. Now this gate was destroyed, but there's a whole bunch of infantry to try to block it. Woo! That's a lot. Jebbeto still being terribly annoying with his general spotting at nighttime. He's able to cause a serious amount of damage at this point. He's probably killed... He's killed so many production buildings. He doesn't actually have like a huge army. Actually, he's at full pop, so yeah, he does. My mistake. So let's look at the economy. The defenders are... They are very healthy at food. They're not losing. They're like full population. Not losing a lot of men. Killing battering rams. It's just not going well for the attackers. Also, these siege towers, you need 10 men inside each siege tower to make them move quick. So this is how slow siege towers move without men inside. And now they're gonna block the gate. Sort of. Well, at least units can move through. So we got another engagement over here. Let's take a look from Tactical Doll's point of view. Is what he sees. It's nighttime. Now these Kazaki are the only units from the Saracens, the only infantry units that can turn the tide in a infantry battle. They do fairly well. They're evenly matched against sergeants. They lose slightly, but with their one range, they can actually win also if they have like meat shield units in front of them. Now, they are No is using attack ground, I believe, to try to thin my ranks. Thankfully for me, I think some of these arrows are hitting these walls, so anything behind these walls are getting cover. But I'm losing a lot of men in this attack. No can actually see the battle better. And now my men are surrounded from this flank, which is very effective. I'm using my own archers to try to thin those ranks because I have archers here. So it's a lot of attack ground battles going on. Now Pendragon is trying to make a move on the Syrian exchange. If the defenders lose control of the Syrian exchange, they will lose 10% morale instantly and 1/3 of their food and gold income. It's a big deal. This is actually a very good move. Are there any units in the Church of Holy Scepter? No. So if Pendragon... Oh, what is going on here? Oh, that's a bug. Oh, that's unfortunate. They're actually attacking these markets. Should make those, Yeah, that's very unfortunate. So this attack has fizzled, I guess. And finally, I commit my cavalry in here. Now, you're not supposed to engage spearmen, but there's too few to make a difference. And I easily kill these spearmen off. No is at low food at this point, I believe. So, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Actually, he still has 170. I see a bunch of ranged units exposed without any spearmen or melee, so immediately cut them up. Immediately kill them very easily. So you need to leave your ranged units supported. Now the battle for the Syrian exchange is still raging, and they do clear it. So this is the last 5 minutes of the game. Kebabierdu finally making a push to take down hold the tower. Now these light infantry, these light cavalry doing a good job against these crossbowmen. We killed a few. Still run into spearmen though, so I think they're all gonna die. This western hull of the tower finally goes down. Finally, all of these towers are gone, so archers should be able to do a good job, but it's a little late. There's only 4 minutes left. Not sure the defenders can do much. Defenders are at a very healthy 86% morale. It'll take a miracle to win this battle. To be honest. There's just not enough units. Oh my god, and even Jebbeto catches a whole bunch of siege equipment. In the open. Boy. This is tragic. It's a lot of mistakes on the part of attackers. I mean, there's 4 minutes left, but I think as a viewer, you should know this is looking pretty hopeless. Although, Jebbeto is gonna lose all his cavalry because there's a big, massive spearman here. This, this trebuchet is actually blocking the way for escape. And so, even though these are really heavy and medium cavalry, they're all dying. No matter, because they're still gonna win. Syrian exchange does fall. That's 10% morale lost from the defenders, finally. But like this one little group of 12 knights can actually kill all of this. Well, let's see. Let's see. If they're surrounded, if they're lured into this intersection, they can actually be killed. Actually, there's another intersection. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. They're doing 1 damage each. This guy. Look at how many hits he's taking and he's still surviving. That's kind of funny. But yeah, nothing's happening here. I'm trying to take down the Apostle of the Tanners. I mean, these archers are starting to do work because they're automatically targeting the enemy now. But it's not working. Oh, interesting. That's a bug. Market should have been changed hands. Yeah, that's a bug. What? Pastor of the Tanner is gonna go down. 2 minutes left. There's no hope. Finally, doing a good job with our archers. This group of crossbowmen is in danger of getting massacred. But he's moving him. Anyway, let's talk about let's kind of do the post-game commentary already, because I think it's pretty easy to know that the defenders are going to win. There's just not enough time. Okay. Mistakes of the attackers. Sending men to die for no reason. Oh my god, that was a big volley. Sending men to die for no reason. Kebabierdu sent swordsmen over here. They died. There wasn't anything gained. Lost a lot of, constantly lost a lot of light horse archers. Over here, and as you saw, like right over here, constantly giving the defenders, keeping the defender morale up. Because when you lose engagements, you lose morale. Pendragon did a good job in the city, actually, distracting the enemy. So his horse skirmishers were doing pretty well here. He could have focused down. Actually, I don't have much to say about Pendragon's moves. They were all pretty good. When he was running around here, capturing this gate. I guess he could have like kept the control of these towers constantly, if he could. But I like that he was trying to fight for the Syrian exchange and lower the food and gold income of the defenders, which is showing up right here actually. And what else? In the beginning of the game, I believe we talked about spreading out the attacks. So Kebabierdu was joining my forces coming in this side, where instead he could have come in this side and then like taken this area out as well, or maybe even threaten this gate and then consequently threatening the Church of the Holy Sepulchre with his units, because the strength of the Turks is mobility. I mean, Turks do have weak infantry, so like weak swordsmen and weak spearmen, but they don't have access to Kosaki, so the cavalry should be their crutch. They should really rely on cavalry to try to win battles. Yeah, it's just a lot of units being sacrificed, I think, is a problem, and we might see that in the stats. And there it is. So like he's less than half in terms of kill to death ratio. Jebbeto is a defender. But he did an amazing job raiding. Like if we talk about the right moves of the defenders, Jebbeto did a really good job attacking over here and keeping us on our toes, forcing us to keep some units behind to defend. And that move in the beginning of the game of having a bunch of units right here to block any flanking attacks, or maybe like even like a secondary camp, was brilliant. That was a really good move from Jebbeto. No's always a really good player. If you haven't seen my other videos, every time we're attacking No, he ends up for some reason defending this spot against this spawn. So I don't know when the last time No has played not in this position, but he has memorized what to do and how to defend this area. He knows, I mean, you've seen him. You saw him control his units. He just knows what to do. He knows that he needs to repair these castles, and if they're under archer fire, he pops his villagers in and out of the castle. It's a strong point, technically, but in the map. And he was doing a good job just trying to repair everything he can. In fact, if we look at his stone, I mean, these guys gathered a lot of stone as well. I mean, he just did a good job. Tactical Doll also did a really good job trying to counter Pendragon, running around the streets of Jerusalem with groups of crossbowmen and Pavis crossbowmen. One thing I would tell Tactical Doll TMP, he might know this already at this point, but is if you're gonna try to counter horse skirmishers or anything, actually, you want to keep them in the center of an intersection. Because crossbowmen projectiles travel at a straighter line and at a lower arc, and they travel pretty fast. If you have your crossbowmen behind buildings, the crossbow bolts are gonna hit the building and not the target that you're intending. Looks like we had a little engagement here. Honestly, these knights are probably gonna survive. They're gonna kill these guys pretty easily. Yeah, so horse skirmishers versus Pavis crossbowmen. Hard to say who will win, because Pavis crossbowmen rate of fire is very low, and I don't remember if they have minimum range or not. I think they do. And so if the horse skirmishers are able to close the distance, they could probably slaughter them. Especially Kosaki horse skirmishers do not have minimum range. So let's see if we can find any Kosaki horse skirmishers on the map. I think they're all dead, unfortunately. So yeah, you want to keep your units, your crossbowman units, closer, like having like open fields of fire, so that their crossbow bolts go down the street. For archers, you still want to do that, but it doesn't matter as much because their firing arc is a lot rounder, if you follow my cursor. But their bolts, their arrows move slower through the air. So that's the problem with bowmen. That's why it's hard to counter like horse archers with bowmen. You need to use attack ground to predict where the enemy ends up. Crossbowmen, people They're very good. Don't ignore the power of the crossbowmen. Because they have armor piercing damage. They ignore armor. So like, these guys have 5 armor. Once they get through the blocking shots, they're very vulnerable to crossbowmen. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's look at the stats once more. Jebbeto destroyed 33 barracks and archery ranges and supply depots. Plus a bunch of siege equipment. I mean, that was very good. So he was like the raider, No was the frontliner, and Tactical Doll was the reactionary force inside the city. So they had good communication. And as for the attackers, our attacks just fell apart. It was piecemeal. It was 1 by 1. It wasn't a simultaneous attack. So like, simultaneous attacks are very effective. Like, imagine if an attack happened here, and here, and here, and here, and even here, all at the same time. Like, that would be hard to react to. Because if there's any penetration, like, if there's penetration here, then you can threaten this. If there's penetration here, it threatens this, which happened. Pendragon was able to take this. So yeah, coordination and communication is a problem of the attackers. I hope you enjoyed that video. See you in the next one.